Cause and effect, the prime law of the universe. Here is the most important law of the universe. Here is a prime key to wealth consciousness. If you live by this, you cannot fail to get wealth. The understanding and living by the law of cause and effect guarantees that you shall not fail to cause the events you wish to experience, that you shall predict outcome and figure out the causes of your situations. Simply learn this law well and read the chapter on conditions and on success, and you will be well on your way to wealth and happiness. Wealth is created when you correctly plug your tools of creation, powered by faith, into the law of cause and effect. The law of cause and effect is the prime law that runs the universe. It is the number one law. Every spiritual and scientific teacher has sought to teach it. They may have said you reap what you sow, or you get what you give, or what goes around comes around, or karma, or consequences, or every action has an equal and opposite reaction, or many other similar statements. Quantum physics is now teaching us how this works, exactly, on a subatomic level, as we shall soon see in later chapters. Here's what we are now discovering. It is multiplicative. In other words, you will not only one day experience what you cause others to experience or its equivalents, but also you will do so multiplicatively. If you cause others to experience wealth and happiness, it will come back to you and you will experience it as well. But as a bonus, you will experience much more than you caused others to do so. Life is about growth. This is so for every experience imaginable. At some point in the complex of the space-time continuum, at some point in your life, by law, you experience a multiple of what you cause others to experience. Nothing escapes this law. Even if you cannot see with your limited 5 physical senses right now where it is happening, know that it happens. Use this to create massive wealth. Scientists now agree that nothing can be observed without being affected by the observer. In fact, they have concluded that even their experiments must be done in a double-blind fashion to get anywhere close to accuracy, because the expectation of the scientists affects the outcome of the experiment. Even this cannot create an independent experiment. The thing being observed is created and recreated by the observer. Scientific evidence, especially in quantum physics, shows that you are at cause for all that you see in your world. Cause others to experience wealth massively. Increase their wealth consciousness massively, and you will experience wealth massively. Look at life today. Any business that deals with the increasing of people's productivity and connectivity always becomes a very big self-sustaining business. It may not be a perfectly good business, but it is big and self-sustaining. Software, networks, transport, electronics, and such businesses improve people's productivity and standard of living, and in return, they grow. But that is only a scratch on the surface. Even more magnificence will come our way when we start building businesses that deliberately are designed to give rather than receive. Businesses designed to cause first that other people get wealthy. Future businesses will be designed to cause growth that is true growth and not growth with serious side effects somewhere else. These businesses will cause elevation of populations from a lower standard of living to a higher one, and elevations in their consciousness and well-being. The more you cause others to have in wealth, the more you will have in wealth effortlessly. Whatever you wish to get, give it away first. This is the fastest path. Whatever you wish to have, cause another to have it first. What you reap, you will sow. Karma, the law of cause and effect. This law never fails, and eventually you always harvest what you sow. It is in your best interest to sow good seeds. Do not be unjust to anyone unless you wish to have injustice turn back to you one day. Hate, covetousness, greed, anger, negative thoughts and actions cause the negative conditions and suffering needed to cause a correction in that negative thought. Remember always that the entire universal system is one. One, even though it appears separate. You will see this to be true as you read this book. What you do unto others is what you literally end up doing to yourself. By knowing the cause and effect power of thought, you can accurately predict the future by looking at the thought of now. Fortunately, we have the power to change thoughts and alter the future. Cause and effect. Karma. You reap what you sow. We have been given this message from various sources over the years, and it is true. It works without fail, and ignoring this law is the cause of much of our suffering and poverty. It is so simple. Simply be deliberate and thoughtful about what you are being, doing, thinking, or saying. Know that everything is a cause that has an effect. Then ask yourself, this thing that I am being, thinking, saying, or doing, what is its probable effect? The answer to that question is what you will reap back later. So if you cause another to suffer, it will return to you at some point in life. Ignoring this law has caused much suffering for the human race. Following this law has caused much prosperity as well. There is no mysterious external force that causes you random and wanton suffering. There is no such thing as bad luck. It is all within you individually and within the collective selves of the family, company, community, country, and world that you are in. Every single state of being, thought, word, and action was caused by something before it and will cause something after it. It is waking up to this fact and asking yourself, what caused that thought I just had? Or what will be the effect of this thought I am having that enables you to fine-tune yourself and align yourself with the universe? It is the path to experiencing wealth and abundance. Things get better when you get better. They get worse when you get worse. The world is all within you. You are at cause over everything that happens in your life, whether you were conscious of it or not. If you are at cause for everything in your world and so is everyone else for their world, it means that groups of people are collectively at cause for their collective world. Corporate success and failure, neighborhood events, even wars and natural disasters all happen not because of only one person in the group, but because of all the people collectively causing that which they are collectively affected by. This brings us to your businesses. You will get fastest results if the people you work with and associate with are people of wealth consciousness, which means you should offer to help all those around you to improve their wealth consciousness. Remember also that one very powerful way of getting something is to cause another to get it. Couple both of these and you will see how widely beneficial it is to you to ensure that your employees, business partners, family, and even community and country and world, if they are interested, have access to educational materials that allows them to build wealth consciousness in themselves. Imagine you are on an island with just one other person, working together for a whole year. Imagine that you are very friendly with each other and that you talk and share books and food your relatives send to you. What would happen if you were to slap that person? That person will either slap you back, find another way to harm you, stop sharing their books and food with you, or they will just have a less friendly heart towards you, even if they do not retaliate otherwise. Even if the other person does not revenge, some tension will be built which will cut short the freedom and companionship you had. This simple experiment shows you that it is impossible for you to harm someone without getting it back on you in some form or another. You harm someone and eventually you will get hurt yourself. In other words, if you can observe this to be so, why then would you wish to harm someone? More appropriately, why would you wish to harm yourself? For when you harm someone, you harm yourself. Now, if you are working hard in your business, why would you wish to undo that work by harming others in and through your business, whether it is your customers, employees, suppliers, the society, or the environment? And following on what we shall soon see about collective consciousness and the results of it in later parts of this book, why would you wish to be passive when people are harming others in business? You know you will be affected eventually in a negative way when you allow a large corporation and your government to do business oppressively and damagingly. So why would you let that happen while you sit on the sidelines waiting for your negative share of the returns? To the extent that you allow other people's choices and consciousness to override your own, you will share in their consequences. To the extent that you determine and make your own choices about everything, you will enjoy your own consequences. Wealth follows these rules, as does everything else. I don't care does not exclude you. Ask the people who were alive during World War II. If people had not said, I don't care, it's not my problem, from the very beginning, Hitler never would have gotten as far as he did, and those people would never have had to suffer those bombings and the economic downturn caused by the war. To exist, Hitler needed the world's collective consciousness of, I don't care, I am separate. If you really care about getting wealthy and staying wealthy, you had better start caring about the world. It is for your own sake.